welcome back to the channel. So y'all asked for it, and I'm here to deliver. You asked, let's talk about the cabin, whether you want to call it a cabin, whether you want to call it a shed, whatever you want to call it. One of the things that separates the branding is how the sheds are constructed. Foundation, all it is a shed, right? But it depends on the exterior, the roof pitch, also the door, what type of door. That's a residential door, the windows, and also the porch as well. So anytime you have a shed that is converted to a cabin, you're typically going to see a different roof pitch, different material, more residential, the door or the doors, however many one you add, as well as the windows and the additional porch. That is what transforms it into a cabin. Before you do all of that, it's just a shed, okay? Now you also have different designs. Some of them are called barns, opening the doors. So that's the biggest thing when it comes to shed. We only talking about sheds. We're not talking about barndominiums. We're not talking about modular homes or none of that. When it comes to the classification dealing with sheds in particular, they'll call them barns. Typically the barns have the barn style door. It has a different type of roof, similar to barns from old days. And then when you have cabins, they'll have a different door, entry, roof, pitch, as well as a porch. Other than that, the interior is all the same. It's nothing but beams, 2x4s, okay? Some cabins, you can upgrade them to 2x6 wall exteriors. But the average, either sheds or barns or cabins, they will have 2x4s, right? Now, this particular one we got for our daughter. When we was in the RV, our daughter, it was close confined, and the first structure we got was this particular cabin here. This particular one that we have is a 12 by 40, so it's 12 feet wide and it's 40 feet in length. Living area is 36 feet because of the porch is a 4 feet porch. When they have the model, they'll have it documented as 12 by 40, but if you can see the front end of it, it has a 4-foot porch, and they count that too, but it's under roof, but it's not all enclosed in. So keep that in mind too as you start to think about what you want to do. Beam at the bottom of them, where they kind of slide them onto the truck and they deliver them. They do the setup. Most of the times with me here in Florida, you had to buy your own blocks. So all of these blocks, they do come with certain blocks, but it'd be very low to the ground. If you want yours higher above the ground, of course, this is not complete. This is still work in progress. But I wanted access up underneath so I could do my plumbing, my electrical. I can do any type of maintenance that I wanted, and I didn't want to sit on the ground. I had a house that sat on the ground ever since then. I hate it. I hate my houses that sit on the ground. Not only for moisture, not only for condensation, not only for a lot of other things. I don't like my home flat on the actual ground, okay? Another thing. Now, some of the things that I really like about owning a cabin is you can get it out there on your property real quick. It's no nonsense. They'll come in, they'll set it up, they'll deliver it. Now, if you need additional blocks or anything like that, you're gonna have to purchase that on your own. You're gonna have to get those there by the time of delivery or prior to delivery. You need to mark the area that you want your cabin to be or placed. And what you want to do, you want to make sure they have enough access to it. We had a hard time getting it in because I didn't have enough clearing. And yes, I had to pay a little bit additional for that. And I do believe in tipping. Anytime anyone's coming to do anything above and beyond what they deem as they expectations, always have your little extra cash to pay a little bit tipping to for anything that you do outside of what you have agreed with the dealer, because the delivery person a lot of times is totally separate from the dealer where you purchase your cabin from, okay? Keep those things in mind. Blocks, like I said, you have to pay a little bit extra if you do want it sitting up a little bit high, so be prepared to pay a little bit extra. They are what I call pricey. There's different ways you can buy these structures here in North Florida. I can't speak in Georgia or any other states, but you can rent to own. That means you'll pay your first month rent plus some type of fee, and then they'll bring it out to you. And rent to own, basically what happens is they take a portion of your rent, monthly rent, and they pay a rental fee, which typically is a large amount of your monthly rent, and they'll break everything down to you. And then a portion of it actually go to the sale price. So all of these can be bought with cash, finance, or rent to own. If you rent to own, they will be, most of the time it's not that pay here, buy here. Most of the time there's another lending institution that allows you to be approved or not approved. Most of the time it's no credit check at all, because anytime, what I find out in life, anytime you're dealing with something adding on to your property, that's why it's so important to own property. A lot of things are not as stringent as when it is more mobile. So you'll find that in a lot of cases, very easy finance. So if you just only have a minimum amount, you don't even have to get one this in length or this size. They make them, you can probably get them like 10 by whatever. You get them 12 by whatever. You can also get them 16 is like this one by whatever. You can also get a 8 by whatever length or whatever dimensions you would like. Keep in mind that if you do decide to do rent to own, they have various months, and of course the longer you rent to own, the cheaper the monthly price will be. But you're going to pay a whole lot more long term. A lot of times you can negotiate and try to do a sale cash price. A lot of times they will negotiate on the pricing. This particular model here, like I said, in the state of Florida, we've had this maybe a year, a little bit over a year. I'm not sure. I forgot how long we had it. We had it a little bit over a year, let's just say. And these run anywhere, depends on how many doors you add, how many windows you add, what other features that you add. This has a loft in it above the porch. All of those different things matter. It adds additional cost. Research, because I hate to give out prices because I'm dating this video, because the same principles that I'm talking about you can use from this point going further, hopefully, with financing or paying them for cash. So just do your research, check your local area, take a look at that, and figure out what best fits your budget. Let's talk about some positives about purchasing these. What I love about the cabins is you can customize it however you want to, because it's an empty shell. You can lay it out however you want to. You can use your creativity, your own design. You can cut in additional windows. You can place French doors in there. You can do all kinds of different things, and you can have that layout where it just can be amazing. So you can use your creativity. Another thing that I love about them too, once it's there, you can set it up however you want to make it easy for maintenance. It's not a lot of maintenance with that particular building that I have. I mean, low maintenance roof, metal roof, come on. Then you got the siding, very little upkeep with that, maybe occasional painting, touch-up paint or something like that. Good, well quality material, pressure treated throughout. I mean, there's a lot of good benefits in owning a shed or a cabin or a barn, whichever one you want to call it. They are a shell. You don't have to start from the ground up. If you start from the ground up, it will be probably a whole lot more affordable, but in some cases it may not. You know, you have to do your shopping, because sometimes you can get a model that's been sitting on the yard, or they also have repossessed sheds too as well, that you can get a whole lot cheaper than maybe current price of lumber. Depends on at the time the price of the lumber when it was constructed. Another thing is it's not insulated. It does not have sheetrock. Now this particular model we already have insulated. We did all of that on our own. We also broke it up into rooms. We broke it up into bedrooms and open common areas as well. We did section off a bathroom area too as well. And it's basically a studio apartment. And that's what it served for my daughter for well over a year. It served as her own personal studio apartment. She had her bedroom, she had a bathroom, and she had her main living area. And for the price of what we paid for it, man, it's a whole lot better than rent. It's like night and day in comparison to rent. It's easy peasy when it comes to rent. You know, this thing will probably run right now, the model that we personally got at the time we got it, it ran around $14,000. So this particular model ran about 14. Can you build it yourself a whole lot cheaper? I'm quite sure you absolutely can. But based on the availability of manpower, time, and just trying to get us out of the elements and get everybody settled, this was the choice that we made, and we don't have any regrets with that. Another thing, the flooring, you have to do your own flooring. You have to do your own electrical, your own plumbing. Now, they do have options where you can customize all of that. They are dealers out there that will insulate it, sheetrock it, put in your electrical, put in your flooring, all of that stuff. It's unlimited on what you can do, but keep in mind, everything comes at a cost. If you want to keep your costs down, you want to maintain the cost and make it, quote, affordable living, then this is something that you got to make that decision. We're able to, we can maybe camp out, spend the night or whatever, but we cannot allow this to be a permanent resident here in the state of Florida, not as it stands right now. What we would have to do, we have to retrofit it. And the cost, the reason why I didn't continue going this route, because of this particular thing right here called electricity. Hint, hint, if I was you, I would get electricity first and then get this. Get electricity on an empty lot and then get this. Because you don't want to find out. You'll find out, but you don't want to find out. Anyway, unless you got a structure already on your house. Now, I mean on your land. If you already got a structure on your land, but we talking about raw land. If you got raw land, completely raw land, I would get electricity first, and then I would get this, because you're going to have some problems when it comes to codes, because these are not designed to be lived in. You have to get them retrofitted, especially here in North Florida. And this, I don't, some things don't make any sense to me. I don't know why you can live in an RV at an RV park, but you can't live in an RV on your land. Florida's weird like that. So you got people who would actually be living at an RV park for months upon months, and that's permissible. But you buy land on your own land and you can't even live in your RV. It's some weird. So check your state, county laws, because a lot of regulations are real squirrely, and it's all about this pad. Let me rewind. If you get a house, the property taxes go up. Basically, that's all they're trying to do, get you to invest into the traditional home to get your property taxes up. That's basically what it is. They don't want you living cheap and trying to escape the system where they can't tax you like they want to. So basically, that's what's going on. Now here, I got several quotes, and the lowest quote that I got was $120,000 to retrofit this cabin. That's to finish it. That's to do the tie downs, the moisture barriers, to do the hurricane straps, to do the electrical, to do everything. So I would have to buy this shell and then give a contractor $120,000, because it has to be inspected as the process goes. So basically, if you want to retrofit this in Florida, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to me at all. I got this for less. I got this home right here, and this is a 16 by 80. 16 by 80, fully furnished, everything, for less than this small cabin here. All right. So it's not wise. It's not smart to do that at all. Would I get this? And would I buy a shed and convert the shed to house? Maybe if I was in the construction field, I was a contractor and I was building it from the ground up, yes. But if you're trying to outsource it, you're trying to get a contractor where they can get that sign off in that county, they can get those permits, they can get everything. I can pull my own permits in my county, but my problem is I have to have certified people. It's kind of squirrely. You got to be careful with that. I have to have certified people to do certified things with certain things. It's weird. Bottom line, you need an engineer to do certain things. You need sign off on your blueprint, your design. They need wind mitigation. It's a bunch of red tape that you have to go through. But they do have dealers here that will retrofit, and they got contractors here in Florida that do retrofits throughout the state. So it is possible that you can do it, and there are loopholes, and you just have to do your research. You have to do your due diligence. So you made it to the end of the video. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm hoping that some of these little insights may be beneficial for you and to you, or to someone else. If you know someone else who is thinking about this thing, go ahead and share it. Share it with them, and share it to loved ones too as well. Till the next time, y'all stay blessed and don't forget to keep on growing. Grow.